Hello and welcome to another video of me titting about in the garage shed. Keep saying garage. So in this video, what I'm going to do is go over the bit of preparation things, setup and adjusting really for both these cars. We've got the Mardave Mini and the Schumacher LMP4. During the course of the next few weeks, both of these vehicles will be going to Wycombe Radio Control Car Club. The first one being the LMP car on the 30th of April, just a club meeting. And then I've got a test and tune day on the 11th of May, so Saturday, where I'll be taking both. The Mini will have a first sort of shakedown run, see what it's like, and then we'll have maybe do an improving on the LMP12. Now, also, heads up for the video you're about to see. I put effectively a wind sock, furry sock, on the microphone, thinking it might help deaden the sound a little bit or make an adjustment. Don't think it did. Inevitably, what's happened, the way that the microphone's on the camera, you can see some hairy things growing down from the top of the viewing screen, which is annoying, but I've done the video now. And on reflection, that microphone doesn't have to go exactly where it is. It can be turned around in 180 degrees, so it's the other way because it just slots on top of the camera. Things that you find out or realise after a while, then you think, well, maybe I should have done that. So apologies in advance, because it might distract the viewing bit itself. Not much. I mean, I watched the video when I was editing it, and it seemed okay, but it is what it is. What else? So yeah, we go through the two cars. Still not totally comfortable talking behind a camera. So sometimes I might say things twice or mumble a little bit. It's quite difficult trying to be constructive talking without mumbling. I'm also conscious that, I don't know, can people hear you? Not here now while I do this video, which is probably why I'm a little bit more up front with talking to the camera. There's no one that can hear me, only me or the dog. But when you're outside, for me, it still seems I'm very conscious of who's listening. And maybe no one's listening. No one gives a crap, do they, really? But if I heard someone talking in a shed, you wouldn't be able to hear them properly, would you? I mean, unless you was right up against the shed door. And I think that sort of holds me back a little bit when I'm recording. I sometimes don't quite like exaggerate words or make things could be a little bit monotone. But anyway, that's self-criticism. I think that's good. We're all learning, and I think eventually I'll get there. Like I've said, my videos are not really to chase the YouTube algorithm or the YouTuber thing. That's not really why I'm doing it. It'd be nice if it did take off, but ultimately I'll do this just to log my own steps. I wish I'd done a YouTube documentation channel when I was doing stock car racing for 13 years or more, over that when it 15 years I think. I did a bit with karting, but I didn't do any garage stuff. I wish I had, because it would have been, in my opinion, good content and quite varied. So we've gone into RC racing. I've decided to try and document it. My dad, I've said before, who's quite ill, very occasionally might watch one of my videos. Because there's no way of him getting to where I live, although he's only 5 minutes away through personal circumstances with him. So the main reason for doing these is for document stuff myself, and occasionally my dad will watch it. On the other plus side, I'd just like to say a couple of people who do watch my videos quite regularly comment at the end of the video or comment about the video. And I think that's really great. I mean, there's probably no other ways that you would meet. I wouldn't say, no, meet's the wrong word, isn't it? But interact with like-minded people. you think you're fairly isolated doing this hobby, or whatever hobby you do when you start, especially this, with other hobbies, karting, stock car racing, or I'm using those examples because that's what I did, where the social side of the racing, like when you get to race meetings and things, other people, spectators, and people you kind of interact with this. Unless like I'm going to do soon is go to a club, then the interaction side of it is quite limited, in my opinion. Sat in the shed on your own, or might have a dog with you, rabbiting away about random stuff, filming stuff that people may like to watch. So it's really good when you people comment. Actually, that's one of the best part of doing these videos is people, even they give you advice, and you take that on board and change what you do. Yeah, I like it. With that in mind, you know, apologies ahead. Like I say, a few little furry things coming out from the bottom. The bottom? What the hell's that? That's the top. So the top of the screen. I hope it doesn't distract your viewing. I hope you enjoy the video, and any advice regarding setup is always greatly appreciated. And I'm looking forward to meeting up with the Wycombe RC Club and its members. There's quite a number of people there who are absolutely mustard at the LMP12, so I'm going to be watching in awe of their skills, hoping to not get in their way. The thing is, just before I go, there was a comment actually that someone, I do know him, I know his dad as well. He made a comment. It was either an Eastbourne meeting or it was the BRCA national meeting. I can't remember which one it was now, and he was in the same group as me, but he was a lot better than me, but he was still nowhere near the skills of what the other groups were. Anyway, it doesn't really matter on that. But when this is the problem, my driving, I was getting lapped again. I do try to keep out of the way, and he made a comment of just stay in a straight line and we'll go round you, right? And I was thinking, I was trying. I wasn't deliberately moving the car, but it just went, and that's me. I don't know what I'm doing. The best way to not get in the way is not do anything. Just stop the car in the middle of the track and then go. But I really was trying not to get in the way by not doing anything, and inevitably my car did skew, because on the other side of the circuit it's just difficult sometimes because they're coming up so quick, even effectively when they're not slow but slower drivers. It's so hard. So it might be settings, it could be something really obvious that I'm not doing or need to do, and hopefully once I've done the club meeting, I'm hoping to improve over the year, because they've got every 2 weeks. So I'm looking at maybe doing regular summer Tuesday nights when and where possible. It might not be everyone, but and whether I don't think I'll take both. I think running one car is quite time consuming. It depends. I don't know. We'll see. I'm rambling on now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please, leave a comment. If you like the video, please put a thumbs up, or any suggestions of what improvements, apart from my monotone voice, can do. But anyway, I do hope you enjoy it, and I shall speak to you maybe during the comments and certainly on the next few upcoming videos. Enjoy the video. Right, so we're recording. We've got a new sock. Not on my feet, but on the microphone, to see if it helps with the sound. It's not a new sock actually. I've had it for ages. Just never used it. Like usual. The usual thing. Got it all. He's got all the gear, but absolutely no idea. That's right. So yeah, what are we doing today? That's it, let's sit down.
Let's sit down. That's better. We can see what the sound actually sounds like, can't we? Right, in today's video, I'm not sure. It's more of a bitzer. A bit of this and a bit of that. At the time of this video, I still haven't got these posts, but what I'm going to try and do for now is maybe trim those a little bit more and then sand them down, and also that side. See, yeah, I might have to go a little bit higher with them. I don't, because it is a bit low now. I mean, it is still not too low. I still think some of these, you know, body posts, because when I put this on originally, I didn't have any of the kit to make sure that it was all central, so it's all gone a bit skew whiff. The whiffs and the skews. Yeah, I'm going to try a bit of trimming first, and then we'll go from there. It's 14 degrees today. This weather's all over the shot. It's actually colder in here than it is outside. Right, I'm hoping you can see that. It's purely just for the steering. It doesn't hit it now. So if I go left, it still spins. Right, it still spins. I go the other wheel, that way and that way. So I haven't put the pins on yet, but I'll show you. It's a little bit more central now. And that side. So yeah, it's not a particularly good job. I'm sort of just bodging it, to be honest, because I didn't have a wheel arch cutter. So I think that's fine now. Okay, we can probably turn it off now. So I'll be honest, I think the Mini is prepared, so we'll leave that there now for the time being. Like I said, it ain't getting used yet, and we'll move on to something else. At least the body shell fits a bit more snug now on the front, and it's only got a single pin on the back. Most have two. I suppose they look like a little bit exhaust, if anything, but well, that one doesn't. But you get what I mean. LMP12 now. At the minute, I run a ball diff. Everyone knows what a ball diff is. I've got a feeling that most would run, what they call that, I call it a solid axle, but a spool. And I said I wasn't going to put it on, but I think I might. The thing is, I'm not quite sure what tyres are on these. Oh, maybe don't know. That'd be a bit tricky. I haven't got a clue what's on there. And these haven't been run. These are just turned down. So on my, I've got mini instructions there. On this side I've got this LMP. Well, no, the rear ones, these ones. 41.19, and that one's supposed to be 41.48. Now I did a ride height check without the lipos, I think, which is probably wrong anyway. I need to check what these are. So the bit with the spur on, 41.52. The other one, 41, this side, 38. So that's what they're currently at. So I need to write that down. 41.52 and 41.38. Left rear, right rear, spool axle. So what's the difference? Smaller, definitely smaller. So the current tyres on the car are smaller than what's these ones. These are slightly bigger. So the ride height will go up a little bit. It's already high. So it's 3.6 here, 3.4 there, without a lipo. So I could do with a lipo in there. If you're interested, these are the lipos I use. Oh, hang on. You can see that? They seem to work well for me. So I think what I'll do, put the lipo in, measure the ride height, put this axle in, measure the ride height. Ride heights. This should be 3.2. Which it is. This one was higher for some reason on this side. It's actually lower. What's going on there? Let's try that again. Left front 3.2. Right front is 3. Oh, that's right. Reading my map. Yeah, so that's 3. That's right on the limit, isn't it? That's 3.2. That's probably tyre size. Left rear, so this side. Yeah, 3.6. It is 3.6. And this side, um, 3.2. So that has changed for some reason. Oh, let's cross it out again. 3.2, 3. This is way out for some reason. 3.6, 3.2. These wheels, where's it gone? Oh, I can't see that. These are bigger, so that's as is. So ride heights, I'll put on there ball diff, and here I'll put ride heights spool plus lipo, which is what I should have done anyway. It's 14.9, getting colder. So all I'm going to do on the wheel here is put an L, if I can, and then an R on the other side. Obvious reasons. It's so that I don't put them on the wrong way around. I know you can change them, but we are being a bit pedantic. Clearly not a front wheel, is it? So, right. I don't know. Does it matter? Does it matter that you can see that or not? It's left. Okay. I suppose the other thing I was going to do, which is interesting, there's a limit, isn't there? So 171.23 track, because that's got spacers on. And this is why I like this. It's very technical. I can't measure it. I've got to do it. And it's just rewarding. Not sure what this is. I don't think this has got any spacers on it. 168.69. Okay, so it says maximum width of the rolling chassis 172 millimeters. So we're nowhere near that anyway, so it doesn't matter. This will be slightly wider. Right, let's get this axle changed. Okay, so I run. Don't drop these. Can you see that? That's what I run each side of the axle. I don't know why I run both of these. I think what that is what Schumacher recommends. Maybe I'll just put one on. I'm going to put just one on there. The reason is it doesn't line up. So I've taken a spacer out. They don't look far off now. But anyway, we'll measure it. So it was 171.23. 171.23. 172.66. 172.66. The important bit now. The old ride height. Left rear 3.4, right rear 3.2, and it was 3.2, 3.6. Definitely ain't 3.6. No, definitely not 3.6. Right, let's try left front. 3.4. Three. Don't know if that's the. Is that because it's? I don't know. 3. Right front. It's still the same. Don't know why I was checking it that much. So, spool axle 172.66. 173 is the limit for the width of the chassis, which I guess includes the track. These tyres are bigger. It hasn't made much, unless I've measured it wrong, hasn't made a lot of difference. Left front 3.4 was 3.2, weirdly enough. This side is 3, it was 3. Left rear was 3.6, 3.4, 3.2, 3.2. What do we conclude? Anyway, I know what I'm going to do now, it's easy. L. Oh. I think that pretty much sums this up for now. You can probably work out that based on the date on the bottom of the screen, videos are sort of done over a number of days. It's a different day, colder day, 6 degrees, was not out the other day. It's like, well, it'd been like 23 and 24 in this shed, but UK weather just tend to go a little bit skew-whiff. Now the car's pretty much done now. It's not perfect, there's some discrepancies here and there, but still might have to work on it a little bit. I'm a bit concerned about the rear axle. It's a bit closer to this side than the other side, but that means the body shell's not on dead straight. But the reason I've got like the body clip that way round, it just sits ever so slightly high on this side since I treated the underside with some drywall tape. But I think it'll do for now. This will be ready for Tuesday the 30th of May. For the Wycombe Radio Control Car event, my first proper club event, if you like. I have been to Eastbourne, but this is with, in my opinion, there's a lot of support at Wycombe for new people like myself for some advice on how to get the best. I mean, I think a lot of it is, like I said before, is my driving. But anyway, I think that about sums it up. And we'll get these two cars out very soon. I think this one will be on the 30th, and this one would be on the 11th of May for the test and tune day. Well, they probably both will be, but I want to give this one a go. So yeah, give it a like, a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. And I'll got to figure out how to get some filmage for that Tuesday. I've got my camera just out of shot there, but I think that's what I'm going to have to try and use. I'd like to have got a GoPro, but I've just sold my one. It was faulty, but anyway, that's a different story. But anyway, I'll see you next time.